Hello and welcome. After a start without any real slopes, the riders will repeatedly encounter short climbs. And, as is often the case in the Basque Country, these will comprise steep gradients that should thin out the peloton. However, a bunched finish by the best punchers is not to be excluded because the line is crossed 10 kilometers after the last summit.
The green jersey will not change any more today. The leader is ahead by enough points.
The breakaway has 30 seconds lead.
I think his team has taken on the chase in order to place one of their guys in the breakaway. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
A very good puncher. He can try to get the upper hand on short climbs, but he can also afford to wait for the sprint given his not inconsiderable speed. Winner of the 2024 Flèche Wallonne, ridden in very difficult weather conditions, as well as the Tour Down Under and the Tour of Britain, the Welsh rider Stephen Williams is a puncher who's reached maturity. The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable.
A teammate is beginning to lose touch.
first-rate puncher, Quentin Hermans is a rider not to be underestimated on hilly routes. He notably came second in the 2022 Liège-Bastogne-Liège.
He is the winner of the intermediate sprint.
He burst upon the scene in the 2020 season with a stage victory and several podium places on the Tour de France. The Swiss rider Marc Hirschi is now one of the punchers who can't be taken for granted.
The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized. He has ambitions for the polka dot jersey.
He does well on short climbs, but he can't really rely on his sprint qualities to hope for a win.
Watch out for him. If he gets away, he can go all the way.
In the puncher category, the Irishman Ben Healy is one of the revelations of the 2023 season. Attacker, he claimed 5 victories, but he was also a leading protagonist in races such as the Amstel Gold Race or Liège-Bastogne-Liège.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
And here's a new King of the Mountains climb. As with all the previous King of the Mountains climbs, there will be 2 points and 1 point to be scored at the top.
Understood. Stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens. Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
The gap is growing. Don't worry. They're not well placed in the overall standings.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you. Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist. Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute. Watch out, he's going on the attack. He's trying to get out of the peloton, watch out.
All right? Nothing broken? Watch out. You'll be less agile for a few stages, so be careful on the bends.
Another 10 kilometers to go, and no one has got away at the front of the race. There's still plenty to do for stage victory.
– 30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
Your opponents are upping the pace to hold off the peloton. Behind you, the yellow jersey is attacking.
Only 5 kilometers before the finish. Come on, only 3 kilometers left, and stage victory is as uncertain as ever. Here's the red pennant. Victory will be decided in the sprint today.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
He succeeded in. We can see. He will climb. He's among.
Well done, guys. We're where we should be. We were aiming for a top 5 spot, and you did the job. I'm happy with that. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker. Perfect for attacking, which should suit the punchers, and an opportunity to lead the general classification. Even if the stage isn't really within our scope, you've got to stay vigilant for the general classification. Good race to you all!
Hello and welcome to the Basque Country. As often in this region of Spain, the route taken by the riders will comprise short, steep climbs. It's obviously the case today, on this stage that will take in many of the roads and difficulties encountered at the Grand Départ of the Tour de France in 2023.
Guys, there's less than 9 kilometers to the top of the last difficulty and the finishing line. You'll have to be among the first over the top if you hope to win. Let's go. Have a good stage.
He was itching to have a go. He's already on the attack. A counter-attack already.
The green jersey will not change any more today. The leader is ahead by enough points.
One minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
The peloton is starting to ride behind you. It looks like he doesn't want yet another rider at the head of the race. There are going to be loads of short climbs today, typical of the Basque Country. It's going to be exhausting, guys, so you'll have to try and keep a maximum of freshness for the final stretch. The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go.
He's able to come up trumps on the flat, on short climbs or on mountain passes. But if he's one of two riders at the finish, it's best not to count on him.
Winner of the 2024 Flèche Wallonne, ridden in very difficult weather conditions, as well as the Tour Down Under and the Tour of Britain, the Welsh rider Stephen Williams is a puncher who's reached maturity.
The gap is growing. Don't worry. They're not well placed in the overall standings. polka dot jersey has enough lead to be sure to keep it today. His teammates are riding to protect the jersey.
Watch out for him. If he gets away, he can go all the way. A true Tour of Italy specialist, since he has no less than 8 stage wins, Diego Ulissi is a pure puncher. There are only 20 kilometers left before the outcome of this stage is known. The American Nielsen Paulus has a string of victories and top 10 places on almost every type of terrain. Winner of the Classica San Sebastian, 3rd in Dwars door Vlaanderen, 5th in Tour of Flanders, 6th in Paris-Nice, 7th in Milan-San Remo, 8th in Liège-Bastogne-Liège. In short, a particularly versatile rider. He does well on short climbs, but he can't really rely on his sprint qualities to hope for a win. You better keep an eye on him. As of his 2nd season with the pros, Lennart van Eetvelt went head-to-head with the peloton heavyweights on summit finishes. Winner of the UAE Tour, including a stage victory, he could even have won a stage on the Vuelta in front of Primoz Roglic if he hadn't raised his arms too soon. The men at the front are only a few kilometers from the Côte de Piquet, the final climb of the day. He's a relatively complete puncher without major strong or weak points. The Côte de Piquet isn't very long, but with an average slope of 9%, the strong men will surely be able to edge clear. He could be labelled as a puncher, but is also good in the mountains. However, his top speed can be described as lethargic. And here's the final difficulty. Victory will surely be decided here. You'll have to be among the first over the top if you hope to claim victory in Bilbao. A thoroughbred climber, the Portuguese Ruben Guerreiro is a rider to be wary of on mountain stages. At the top of the Côte de Piquet, nobody's managed to pull clear. Victory will surely come down to a sprint. He's moving onto the attack.
Behind you, the yellow jersey is attacking.
Only 5 kilometers left before the finishing line in Bilbao. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out.
Watch out, guys. Don't be caught off guard in the last 500 meters. It's wide and it climbs at 5%. You mustn't sprint too soon.
Counter-attack at the front of the peloton.
A few minutes ago, we can say that he will climb.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. It's the final stage, guys. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and without any difficulties. But be on your guard as the wind can lead to bordures. You'll have to be on your guard and not get caught out, because this is the sort of stage where you can lose a lot of time on...
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Finishes in the Rhone Valley are often the reserve of sprinters, and again this year, everything suggests that they will fight it out for the stage win. However, the win cannot be discounted, and it might put a damper on the smooth mechanics of the sprint trains.
Guys, if there's wind in the final stretch, it will make the race a lot harder. Even those not aiming for a sprint could move up to the front. You'll have to be alert. Have a good stage.
Immediate counter-attack behind.
Continue la plus vite. Allez les gars, courage.
30 seconds lead.
You're the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. The leader has got his team riding early to manage the time gap.
A good ruler with not too bad a punch. He should still try to get away before the finish because he's not so fast in a sprint. Excellent rouleur. The Dane Kasper Asgreen is the sort of rider to whom you should not give too much of a lead. He's quite capable of a solo finish. He's one of the best punchers, but he's also very comfortable in the mountains. He's a free element. He can upset the apple cart if conditions are right.
You'll have to up the pace. His team is moving into the driving seat behind. It's the leader's team that's taking on the chase of the breakaway.
Allez les gars, courage!
Allez, les gars, courage!
Mm-hmm.